People waste time as if they have a lifetime to spare, but life has a way of teaching lessons when we ignore them. This is the story of a boy who learned the value of time the hard way. Once, in a quiet mountain village surrounded by old pine forests and flowing streams, there lived an aged carpenter named Rahim. His hands were rough, but gentle. His voice was soft, but wise. People from distant towns would travel just to buy furniture carved by him. His work wasn't just wood, it was art. But despite the respect he earned from the world, Rahim carried a heavy worry in his heart. His grandson, Arib. Arib was everything Rahim feared for the future. Careless, lazy, unmotivated. While the sun rose over the mountains and villagers began their chores, Arib would still be asleep. When Rahim worked, Arib roamed near the river, skipping stones, talking with friends, wasting hours with daydreams that led nowhere. Rahim never scolded him harshly. He simply watched, waiting for the right moment. One evening, as the sky turned orange and the birds returned to their nests, Rahim sat on the wooden bench outside their home. He saw Arib returning after another wasted day. Rahim called gently, "Arib, come sit beside me." Arib sat down, slightly nervous. Rahim rarely called him without a reason. He said, "There is an old notebook in my drawer. Please bring it to me." Arib went to the room, opened the dusty drawer, and found the notebook. Its pages were yellow, corners torn, filled with sketches of chairs, tables, carts, tools, and hundreds of handwritten notes. He handed it over. Rahim opened the notebook slowly, almost with love, and said, "Tomorrow you will take this notebook to the market and ask people how much they think it is worth." Arib frowned. "But why?" Rahim smiled. "Just go and listen carefully to what they say." The first day, the next morning, Arib walked to the market. The streets were busy, voices loud, merchants calling customers, children running around. He approached a vegetable seller. "Uncle, how much do you think this notebook is worth?" The man glanced at it carelessly. "Maybe 10 rupees. It's too old." Arib walked further. A cloth seller said, 20 rupees. Maybe someone can use it for rough notes." A shopkeeper near a tea stall said, 50 rupees. But even that is too much. The pages are almost finished. Someone even laughed and said, "Worth? Throw it away. It has no value." By evening, Arib returned home feeling confused. He told Rahim everything. Rahim simply nodded. "Good. Now keep the notebook safe. Tomorrow you will ask something different." The second day, the price of time. The next morning, Rahim handed the notebook to Arib again. He said, "Today, you will ask people how much the time written inside this notebook is worth." Arib blinked in confusion. Time? How can someone price time? Rahim simply said, "Go, you will understand." Arib walked to the same market. This time, people laughed at him. "Time? Are you crazy?" "Boy, stop wasting my time." "What nonsense are you asking?" Embarrassed, Arib left the busy market and wandered aimlessly. His heart felt heavy. Tears gathered in his eyes, though he didn't know why. Finally, he reached a small school at the edge of the village. Through the window, he saw an old teacher grading papers. Arib quietly walked in and said, "Sir, can I ask you something?" The teacher looked up kindly. "Of course. What troubles you, child?" Arib placed the notebook on the table. "Sir, how much is the time written inside this notebook worth?" The teacher slowly opened the notebook, flipping each page with deep attention. He saw sketches drawn with patience, measurements written with precision, mistakes scratched out and corrected, ideas failed and rewritten. Finally, he closed the notebook and looked at Arib warmly. He said, "Son, people at the market saw only paper. That's why the price was small." He touched the notebook gently. "But inside this notebook, your grandfather has written years of his life. His time, his effort, his struggles, his practice." Arib swallowed hard. The teacher continued, "You can put a price on paper, but you cannot put a price on the hours a person spends becoming better. Money lost can be earned again, but time, once gone, never returns." Those words pierced Arib's heart like an arrow. For the first time in his life, he felt the weight of every wasted hour. Arib ran home breathless, carrying the notebook. He rushed to Rahim and said, "Dada, I understand now. I wasted so much time. I don't want to waste even a minute anymore." Rahim saw something new in Arib's eyes. Determination. From the next morning, everything changed. Arib woke up before sunrise. He cleaned the workshop. He learned how to shape wood, sharpen tools, measure perfectly. He made mistakes, but he tried again. He failed, but he never gave up. He practiced until his hands hurt and his eyes burned. Days turned into months. Months into years. Arib grew, not just in age, but in discipline, patience, and passion. And one day, the same villagers who once mocked him said, "Arib crafts wood just like his grandfather." No, maybe even better. Few years later, Rahim passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy. And Arib, the once lazy boy who wasted his days, became one of the finest carpenters the region had ever seen. Not because he was born talented, but because he learned the truth. When you value time, time rewards you with success. Moral: time is priceless. You cannot buy it, save it, or earn it back, but you can use it wisely. Those who respect time are the ones whom success respects in return. If this little story gave you a lesson today, press the like button and share it with someone who needs it. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Goodbye.